Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be with you once again, and this is Manjula from Her Second Innings. Today, we have chosen a strong but a heartfelt title, which is Dear Men, Walk With Me. This isn't just the title for today's session. In fact, it's a call that has echoed in my heart for years together. And most of you would have heard this from me whenever I connect with my male colleagues most of the time. I'm one of the blessed person in the world where I've been held by so many men in my life to bring this mission. And most of the men will hold me tightly, and most of the men will just give me a cheers in a quiet ways. Not only this, and I'm also blessed to hear messages from my community members' spouses. They call me and keep connecting with me saying that, thank you, Manjula. My wife's comeback changed everything in our life. Very heartfelt messages I keep hearing about them. But when I ask these same wonderful men to step up and come forward, most of the time I hear silent or simple, polite no. So today is my very special day, and Karthik and I know each other for at least a 5+ years because he was instrumental to bring us in Walmart to bring the program. Since then, more than a client, we became friends. And knowing Karthik inspiring journey with Nithya, it's awesome to just bring them here and he readily accept. I'm more than happy to inspire our community. So he works in Samsung as a senior director and Nithya as a staff software engineer at Walmart. Her story is not just about overcoming hearing loss. It's about believing in her place, the world, and choosing to rise again, again, and again. Karthik and Nitya, thank you both. You both are lighting the way for what partnership truly means. Before we begin, I would like to give a personal note. This is not the session where we do it for bringing women back to. This is about to inspire men and women. When we join hands together, the magic happens. So this is a small community series. We would like to bring the real time stories. So if there are any moments where I stumble, fumble, or miss a cue, please guide me, encourage me so that we are growing together as a community. Thank you for being here with Grace, and I'm happily inviting Nitya to welcome to the session and say hi to us. And then I'm going to go back to Karthik to start the show. Nitya, really proud of you. And I'm really happy to be with you today. Thanks for giving this space. And love to hear a few words from you, Nitya. Please go ahead.
I wanted to thank you for having us today, and I appreciate this opportunity. I'm happy to share this space with my husband here, Kartik here, because I think you are right. It is important for us to work together. Without its help, I don't think I would have been where I am here today. So I think this is a good opportunity for us to share our thoughts, our experiences, how to overcome the obstacles, and how we part again earth. And we are here now. So thank you for having us today.
Thank you, Nitya. It means a lot, and I absolutely resonate with you. Karthik is instrumental being here, and he is your not only the half of the yours, and he is your full committed figure where he is a partner to bring. So thank you. Thanks, Karthik, for bringing Nithya and being together. Love you, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much, Manjula. Thank you for. I want to take a moment to really appreciate the amazing work that your organization is doing, bringing awareness to women who want to believe in themselves, who have high aspirations, and they want to get back into the professional community as well as um, become whatever they want to be. So you are a channel for their aspirations. You are a channel for their encouragement. So keep doing this awesome work. Proud to be partnering with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthik. Thank you. And thanks once again to both of you. And I would like to bring Karthik into the discussion to know more about this journey. Karthik, I keep talking to you about our journey, but however, the note what you shared about Nithya, where you published as a blog, which moved me. That was you taken her from her childhood journey to till now. What happened? So that's the gist you have just given me. And I know you have just written it in Tamil and I was able to enjoy that. But just for the audience and the community, I also wanted to record it here as a short story. Tell us about in that the gist of your blog about Nithya, her childhood to now, her transformation and what she has just gone through in a small gist way.
Yeah, that was an article I wrote for a competition. That's just as a hobby. I write. I like to write in Tamil, English, Hindi, many languages. The story of my wife is inspiring for me too. And there's a lot of people who have contributed in her journey. She was born hearing impaired, and they learned that she is hearing impaired much later, because in those days the technologies to test hearing impairment wasn't there. Then her mother made some really bold decisions of of sacrificing a lot of opportunities elsewhere and then moving to another town and putting her into a hearing impaired children's school. And that school was also at that time a very untested or innovative school that was very innovative for that time. And they challenged all of the conventions that hearing impaired people can also be like normal people. And they taught her how to read lips instead of using hearing aids and using the tools to get go by with the life. Um, so through a lot of very difficult like every day 12 hours for about 8 years, uh, Nithya was Nithya was made functional. Her father and mother struggled to make a just functional, operational. And then Nithya went into a normal school. Then she went through the normal journey. And of course, a lot of her friends contributed in her success. And her teachers also contributed in her success. Then she went to college. Then there were also legal issues on what can she do engineering. In those days, the Tamil Nadu government did not have a policy to admit hearing impaired women in engineering colleges. So her father fought with the government and requested them to make these amendments in the law, and they made it happen. The government was very kind enough to make it happen, and that opened up opportunities. Then, after her degree, she wanted to do masters in the United States, and that was a very challenging thing because in those days there were no emails were just emerging. There was no WhatsApp. There is no social media to stay in touch, and somehow her parents made a decision to send her there, and she found friends. The college there was helpful, and even after that, there's the struggling story of once you finish your master's degree, finding a job was very difficult for an immigrant as a hearing impaired person. So she went through her journey, her challenges. That's where I had the opportunity to come into her life, and I was blessed with her presence in my life, and we fought it together from that point on. And it took another 6, 7, 8 years. How many years you were unemployed after that?
I think 7 to 8 years.
7 to 8 years.
Yes.
And in those 7 to 8 years, she was unemployed. But almost all of those 7 to 8 years, she was continuously studying some technologies, getting herself certified, learning programming, using internet resources, online curriculum, and keeping herself updated And then she found a very starter job. She used to volunteer for free jobs, and then she found a starter job, and that gave her the opening that she was dreaming all her life to just to be like everyone else and be better than everyone else. I mean, to be honest, um, her story is inspiring. Her parents' contribution in her is inspiring for me, and that is how her journey has been so far.
Awesome. What a powerful story you can bring it. And we all heard about it. It takes a village to raise a child. It's really the story here for her, right? Right from the parents and the community, school and the college, government fought when father went ahead. And now you're with her to just take care of that. What a lovely way of doing that. If all of us ready to hold the hand, this is a real match. This is the outcome. Thank you, Karthik, for sharing about it. And in the flow, you were also importantly stressing up the point which is relevant for her second innings too. So she
Yeah,
went for a college and she got her master's. Then 7 to 8 years she was unemployed.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, which is here it is a probably a reason where she has not been in spite of a master because of the hearing impairness where we were struggling. But most of the time, women when they take a break, they also just have the 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years. The years become a number over there. It just happens. But one of the information when we exchange during that time, the kind of a what should I say? The kind of a progressive thought you and Nithya were holding was something I wanted to bring it to over there because you said that the salary was not even, it's just little above the minimum wage, which is what they have just given it to them,
Yeah.
Nithya. And in spite of that, you were ready that whatever it is, I am okay, even if it is above where I have to pay for a childcare, I am ready to do that. I really wanted to start from you so that many of the men and women needs to know about it when we wanted to start somewhere, whether you are beginning or you are restarting, it doesn't matter. All it counts is the opportunity, not that money.
Yes, I
That's right.
agree.
And when both of us are um, earning member should be able to park that amount for the other person betterment. I felt
Yes.
that something instrumental. I wanted to hear about that. What was your thinking process after 7 to 8 years, or when she just done the volunteer, got the opportunity? Please tell us about that, Karthik.
So, just a bit more context on that. Nithya finished her master's and she was able to get an internship in a large company, Cisco.
Okay.
And she was also doing well in that internship. And we were thinking she'll get a job at that time.
Mhm.
But then post Y2K, there was a massive IT recession and a lot of companies stopped hiring. And in that, she could not get a breakthrough. And then she became unemployed and um, several years of after that was in fact at one point, Nithya, don't you agree that what was your feelings at that time? Did you think that you will ever go to a job, or what was your thoughts at that time?
To be honest, at that moment, I was a little bit I wasn't even sure whether I would even ever serve. I was maybe starting to assign myself to being a maker, but not the most of it. But I think God gave me the confidence. I don't, if you hear him, but you add to it. I think with a bit that stigma, you can continue your work and the confidence the okay, I've tried and I started my learning process.
And as she was learning more and more, we wanted to give her exposure. Like as the times in technology world, if you're not employed for a few years, you are not you're beginning to get rusted or outdated. So we wanted to get the real world exposure. So she volunteered in as an intern, unpaid intern in a company on her own. We reached out to them and asked. I suggested that she should do this, and then she spent most of the day volunteering for few months, 4, 5, 6 months. And then and with that experience, she was looking for jobs, and she also got certified, Microsoft certified after that. Um, she found a job that was there was nowhere in line with the typical salary that one would get as a software programmer. It was just more than America's minimum wage at that time. It was a little bit more than America's minimum wage. It was not just more than. I might be misleading if I say that, but it was probably half the salary a software engineer will typically make. Okay, half the salary. And so now there was this family decision. At that time, we had 2 children, and we 2 children had to be sent to daycare, and the daycare expenses are almost as much as the money that she will bring. But it's an opportunity. If we miss, it will be wasted potential. So even if it means that that we spend more for her to get this breakthrough, 2 years from then, at that point on, we may be in a better situation. So it was like an investment that our parents do, right? Like our education is what they invest in, so our career is what they invest in. So same approach. Many times Nithya has made decisions to move town, city, just because I got a better job, and leave all our friends and circle and then move to another city. So as a partner, when we come together, it's a family responsibility to make a decision over the long run to invest in this opportunity. So we took about half that salary very happily. The fun part is we bought a car and named that car. You can get the number of the car, very custom name. So I named the car Nithya officially.
Oh,
And so we trained her for driving the car, and we trained her the path to get to the office. And we found good daycare to put our children, and we came up with a structure on how she will pick up one of the child and I will pick up the other child every day. And because they were in different daycare for various other reasons, and we made a conscious choice to invest in a support system to ensure the partner's career takes off. It is similar to in India, we hire help, right? Like we hire, help, home help, for service help, for doing the laundry or whatnot. So for cooks, some people have cooks. Though those are investments to secure the time to build our career or to build our family, relationships. So with that notion, we went ahead. Initially, we were not making or saving anything. In fact, I keep track of all my expenses from all those years. We were not making anything at all. But that was then, and that's in 2008, Nithya. That was in 2008.
yeah.
Yeah. But if you look back now, all those decisions are paying back dividends. Everything can be attributed to those decisions that changed our life completely.
Mm.
And that just makes our quality of life richer, her quality of life richer. And if I'm in trouble, that I don't have time, I need to file my taxes, I can say, hey, can you deal with my taxes? And I can hand it off to her, and she can take care of all of the taxes laws, or sometimes even immigration laws, policies, procedure, deal with government, all that exposure her employers had given her.
True, true.
And that's what those decisions have led up to. I hope that has covered the question to your satisfaction. If not, do ask more questions.
Wow, what a powerful way. It's really, again, I'm just bringing back the same thing. Most of the men knows the importance of doing this, but taking action was a missing area, right? And even in India, at least I appreciate you the courage you've taken in US, because it is a really expensive part of having a daycare.
Yeah, that's right.
It is really expensive. In India, it is not that expensive. We are able to manage. In spite of that, these kind of a thought process is not coming so easily to think about it. It is an investment today I wanted to make it. So when I just come after 10 years, 15 years, it's paying a long way. Since you just brought that, Karthik, I'm going to ask you a question. Feel free to just ignore if it is not relevant. Tell us about your kids, because at that time your kids were very small. Today they are just seeing you as a role model. Forget about financial part of it. It's another benefit, I would say that. But the lens, what they see both the parents as a different lens now. You're not a traditional parents for them, right? And he sees the daughter and the son sees their father as a role model. This is how we have to transform everybody of them. Tell me something about your family and how is that your journey with the kids now?
So yeah, the inclusion starts at home, they say, right? So even in Tamil, there is a proverb that says that all good qualities start at home. And what better way to show our kids, raise our kids, than showing and demonstrating some behavior? As parents, we make mistakes, we struggle to be better parents, we expect our children to be better than us. But in some ways, we have to demonstrate our good qualities to them too. So we walk the talk. Um, Now, in the US, we can't have cooks or maids or people to help our laundry, etc. So, having two children, having employed both of them, would suddenly mean that all of us have to start doing chores. We had we had agile methodology we had used to every weekend to start cleaning the house, and every Sunday we used to, I mean, literally I used to cook every Sunday preparatory items for the whole week and keep it in the fridge. So on the weekdays it is easy for us to prepare some meal and then take it to schools and office. uh, so as our kids see this, they learn to respect other gender in different ways. They see that the my son would learn to my son cooks a lot of items right now, and he doesn't think it's a big deal at all. It's just how people have to be or people are. That's what it is. So there's no notion of a gender based distinction on family responsibilities or chores. There is this education was not an intentional sit down conversation we have had. It's just the way we lived has let them imbibe these values into themselves. So and my similarly, if you take my daughter aspired to be a doctor, and she said that I will go anywhere in the world, go do serve the community. And that courage for her came on her own because of the fact that she sees her mother going out handling problems on a daily basis and solving unknown things. So the family becomes richer. When I mean richer, I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about the quality of life richer.
Yeah.
And that is the outcome that you get with these types of decisions.
Absolutely. I completely resonate with you. And before I'm going to go to Nithya, another point also I would like to bring it. One is about the family. Another is you're also making sure your partner is able to handle any
That's right.
situation, right? Whether it is financial or non-financial, they're equally equipped to handle the crisis in a better way rather than having an afterthought.
That's right. That's right.
Many times I keep, because holding the community, we know the pain, because many of the women comes over there. This has happened to me. It was not unexpected. It could be anything, right? Loss of the partner or divorce or suddenly a job loss for a partner. It could be anything on that crisis. Women is equally equipped to handle it, and hats off to you for thinking through that and making her not only financially independent. It is about independent of leading her life the way she wants.
That's
Right?
right. That's right. That's right.
Activity.
Both of you have just done that, and that is what, as a parents, we have to inculcate to the next gen.
That's right. That's right.
All are not least bothered, but make sure you're leading your way, whatever the way you want, with a happy note. All right. Thanks for just bringing now questions to Nithya. I'm going to ask Karthik just feel free to just chime in wherever it is required.
Okay.
So, working with others is a challenging for you because meeting would happen in office, right? And taking an instruction and giving. How do you manage your office life?
Okay, that's a very good question. The first when I started working in a team, I don't think they had any idea about my young environment and what it entailed. So I had to do some sitting down with my manager and my team colleague explaining my situation and to maybe give them some information. Like if I don't understand something, maybe they will have to write it down. And over time, I will get better in the breathing sometimes how it works. The therapy is effective. So I'm grateful for that. It took some time, but we get assisted because it was really a group conversation. It's difficult for me to follow everyone, but with some kind of uh, telling them is slow down, maybe telling them repeat. I kind of overcome that. Then came COVID. When COVID came, everybody started buying masks and everybody started having the Zoom calls. I thought was the hardest part for me because there's no concept of I mean, I cannot repeat. The person that did the technology help. So my company was very kind enough to get close captaining. The close captaining has benefited me a lot. I'm now in about what people are talking. I've deleted information. The battered kind of helped me here.
Awesome.
Yeah, in the burn, yeah.
I should have done the same thing here. Sorry about it. Put the
We-
caption here. Sorry about it.
No, nowadays Zoom, Google Meet, every software out there has a
Yes,
feature to turn on the captioning, so she's able to see your caption.
yes. So I might be looking at the captain, yes.
Oh, lovely. Okay, good. I didn't see it, so I just thought I should have just done it. Okay, good. Happy.
Okay.
Awesome. So, oh, Karthik, related to the career related question to you to just look into that. So, one, you have your empathetic action, what you have seen at home and you have taken that. And I also know you as a person. You do a lot for career comeback as well as anybody for college students does everything. And before I dwell into that, tell me about what are you as a I know you're a AI director, what you're just doing, your career background, I want to know about it. And kind of a hand holding you do in the community. Just tell us about you.
Um, the the I currently serve as a senior director in Samsung, and I'm responsible for their big data analytics group. We work on cloud, AI, ML, generative AI, those kind of technologies. Previously, I had the opportunity to serve Walmart Labs, and in this journey outside of the career, I have had the opportunity to be part of various organizations. Like, for example, there's a group called CI Champs. So these are parents. This is a community of parents whose children have been diagnosed as hearing impaired, and they are in Bangalore. Mostly they are in Bangalore, but they are also other all over India. People are part of that group. And Nithya is the oldest hearing impaired person in that child
Oh,
in that group. So often she's seen as some hope for that community of parents that one day my daughter can become her. So that's a very honorable inspiration opportunity for us to be part of that group, because we were on the other side, like wondering, her parents were wondering how one day will my child be able to go out and have a normal conversation. So um, the as part of that group, a lot of kids and various ages. Most of the kids are like from 6 months. The parents are there, but their kids are either from 6 months to 5 years, 7 years. But there are people who have just finished college, who are in college, who are just recently employed. It's a long tail. Less number of people who are older, more people who are kids. And this community, and then there's also we're also part of other academic communities where people are trying to apply for colleges, both in India as well as in the United States. And often they ask questions about what next for me in my career, how I can shape myself, and what are some of the choices that it can be. Every day there are hundreds of questions. People have a lot of questions about their family members, career choices, and the questions that are ahead of them, particularly in the month of, January to July, when that set of parents are going through this academic confusion. We step up, and even Nithya also steps up. She's also part of these communities. We share whatever little we know. We have had the honor of going through the same journey, or opportunity to go through the same journey. Of course, we have had paid counselors for our family to help us make these decisions. So we have learned a few things for our children, and we share that knowledge to this set of communities. We've been mentoring a few kids one-on-one, and we have not seen these kids in real life, but we've been mentoring them for 6 to 7 years now, guiding them through the journey. It's very heartwarming and to see girls who are in colleges who don't know how to handle their academic pressure, and we guide them through that, making choices for their classes, what next to take in the next after their bachelor's to master's, to now they are now employed for 3 years, and now they are worrying about employment work pressures, and they ask us for help on how do they handle this conversation for how to get a raise with their manager. So we mentor a broad community of people, both academically and professionally, at various stages in their life, anywhere from 15-year-old kids to 25, 30-year-old people. So that's the range of people we help.
Awesome. Proud of both of you, and it is really heart welcoming that how each of our action creates a ripple effect in the other side of it. So
Yeah.
thanks for just doing that. And question back to you, Karthik. It's a question I keep asking every man I meet, asking about it. How do we bring more men in this journey? Because women alone can't just do the wonder. Because fortunately, or unfortunately, as a pair, we are just being in the family and we are just doing it. It is fortunate thing. I was just for the sake of it, I was saying it's unfortunate. It's a fortunate to have two of us to come together and lead a life over there. But if hands are joining and make a noise, it's really a good way. But it doesn't happen all the time. What do you think? How do we create a more women? Because I remember it in 2000 10, 12 type, when I go and talk about her second innings to anybody, it's a, what are you trying to do for her second as a career portal you're going to bring? And it was a difficult story. Today, honestly, her second innings is not a wonder choice because most of the companies started doing it. It's a real pride to see that what we started as a taboo today, it's become a norm. One day I wanted to see the norm in India at least saying that, hey, men and women, the men holds each other, women holds each other, that the life becomes a magic over there. I wanted to hear from you. What can we do together? How do I create more men like Karthik to come and talk about their spouses very openly, happily in the forum like with us?
Yeah, and nobody is special. There is a lot of, you can easily argue that I am selfishly winning with the choices that I'm making as a family. I'll give a simple example. These and all of these are real examples. Okay. When we got married, you remember when I asked you to go to the Fifth Third Bank and present a check in Kroger? She refused to do it. I mean, I was standing 10 feet away from the bank. The bank counter is just right in front of my eyes. She has to just take a check, go deposit the check to the bank. This is in 2001, maybe. Okay. and she refused to do that because she doesn't have the confidence to interact with banking people on this topic. And uh, the if she had remained that way, it's me, it's us who's collectively losing out today. And this is also another example I'm going to give. This is also a very recent example. I was busy in in an office workshop, and she was on leave that day. And I called her, hey, the stock market has really gone up. I just noticed it. They're talking about this in the workshop. Can you find the bottommost worst performing funds and then exit them? I just sent her a WhatsApp message, and she asked me how to do it. I said, go to this website and then find the bottom performing funds, download it in Excel and then sort it. And next thing I heard after an hour is, I've already done it. This is the amount that I've exited. And so to be able, as a family, we are winning. We are making timely choices through her intelligence, through her aware. Seeing a person in life is another brain, another somebody with immense potential, is can be argued as a selfish act. We are now two of us working for the same team, and that just means 2x the success, 2x the opportunities that we are seeking at any given point in time. So seeing your spouse as a partner who invests in each other, like as I mentioned earlier in this conversation, there are many times when I got a career break in another city. Nithya said, okay, for our family, let's just drop everything and go to that city. And she has made those sacrifices too. And that's what married people do. That's what, or family members do. It is something that will help every family, and it is in those men's interest to see their partners as potentially equal. Their potential is to be an equal, and then the potential can be leveraged to bring 2x the problem solving ability to that family in facing daily life issues.
Awesome. It's a 2x ability to solve the family problem together. That's a one liner you summarized. Hope every man who is listening or going to listen are taking, as we just jokingly talking about it. At the end of the session, if somebody felt a different viewpoint of it, seeing this itself is our success, is what I would be saying about it. And also, I'm just getting a question. People wanted to know, do you have any resources for the community, what you are mentioning, or etc., where the parents are having the special child can look into that? If it is, just put it on our chat or give it to us later. We will circulate it because they are looking for the inputs from you. What are all the networks they can connect and then take it forward? Right.
These are these are Telegram communities and also WhatsApp communities. The hearing impaired children is called CI Champs, and the Telegram communities are variety of communities. I mean, it's usually starts with the year 2026 engineering entrance group. And these are parents and children who want to go 2026 into engineering, and now they are wondering, making these career choices. And every year they create new groups, and there's a variety of groups. They can reach out to you, they can reach out to me, and they can also, if there are hearing impaired people, please do reach out to us. We can hook you with the community, support community, and also women. They can be part of a variety of communities, and or they can reach out to you, to me through you, and we can guide them through their professional success.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if needs that they can connect, you can message here in the event wherever you're watching, you can connect, or with our support group, you can connect. We will more than happy. But in the same context, I'm also going to share to the community. Karthik is a very good mentor for our community. In fact, Karthik, we should just bring you in for an upcoming mentoring session as well. I will invite you. Also going to be on August 12th. We are keeping a 10 tracks, and happy to be part of it. And anyway, you offered us to bring most of the women, even for an offline session. You wanted to spend some time with them and guide them, etc. We will bring you, so most of the people would be able to see that. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nithya. So, one another question for both of you. Nithya, I know Karthik is your inspiration or a guide, whatever, but I wanted you to talk about your mother or parents. Tell us about more about.
Okay. I don't know about you that, but I was without my mother decision, I would not have been here. I would not have been so successful. So there were many people who told my mother that I will not be normal, or I will not be able to talk as I'm talking to the, maybe you have it language or something like that. So she was disheartened, but she was also very bored at that time in the 1970s. It's very difficult to find bored women. So she decided to go to what currently in North India. And she heard about this school in Tamil Nadu in Chennai about young bad people, and this school is still active today. So if anybody wants to know more about it, you can guide them to this school. My mother took the courage to go to Chennai and see the school, and she was amazed about what she saw. So she decided to make a birth decision and put me in that school. That means we will have two families. My father was in North India, and my mother decided to move to South India, and that was not an easy decision to make because society will say something, and money also was another problem. And I stay alone, but a woman with two kids, so I had an older brother. But he don't know I want my daughter to succeed, and he took that decision about me that good, and that was the best decision ever. And I think because of my mother, I did spend some time with me to school, but it is particular intention to follow. At the Abitan every day, you have to sit down with the kid, to lip eat, and all that. So my mother, I do a lot of a carve time, that art workshop, but today, I think I'm grateful for that. That I think what that tells me. But anything you want to achieve in life, you need to put some hard work, but prepare. That is my theory. Yeah.
Awesome, right? So gives
I
you,
thought
yeah, go ahead, Karthik. Sorry.
I thought when she asked you about your mother, you will talk about my mother because she's also your mother.
I agree. I agree.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I agree.
But on
I
a,
mean,
wait. On a serious note, the school name is Bala Vidyalaya, if anyone is listening. That school is a hearing impaired student school. It is a phenomenal school. And she was, I think, one of the first batch or the second batch, I'm not sure. But as she grew and went to the US and saw doctors there for her, cochlear implant and whatnot, all of the doctors were stunned, not only with her, but also all her classmates who were in other parts of America their doctors were also equally stunned because US doctors were shocked at the philosophy, the painful but so successful philosophy that Indians have taken in how to raise children with these disabilities to be normal. And if this is possible, anything is possible. Anybody can be whoever they want. And actually some of the doctors were so surprised that they had actually donated a lot of money to the school at that time. So the that's all I wanted to plug in that school. Bala Vidyalaya is the name of the school. They can reach Google and do whatever they want to do if they have hearing impaired children. But the message for other people who are non-hearing impaired I want to share is every one of us can be whatever we aspire to be. We just need to create a support system, and the family is where the support system starts. And if we work together, our families can do whatever magic that we can achieve. And over time, this just exponentially grows. These decisions, the value of these decisions just exponentially grows. Thank you.
yeah, at the topic mentioned, my father was a man, and both my father and mother working together. At that time, that was one of the reasons I was able to succeed. So yes, it takes two to tango to achieve something.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. And to bring a Karthik point, which you was mentioning about it, what happened to my mother. So I can really understand where he is thinking about it. But again, we also had a conversation, Nithya. I have to just bring you when we were having it. Karthik was saying it. My parents love my wife more than me. So that gives a one sentence to, right? So that's the kind of bonding you have created as a family together. Hats off to you. And she loves your mother too much, man. Don't worry.
I'm joking. I was joking.
Yes, yes. I mean, I would like to burn my mother na she without the critical to enable me to work in my career, taking care of the family, taking care of the kids in between, and we both working together as a team. That enables me to spend time at work and at home. So I'm grateful to a support too.
Absolutely. Thanks, Nithya, for creating that space, and thanks to Karthik too for both of them are bringing this essence together because mother-in-law, father-in-law, every law is our parents. It's such as simple as a one logic where we are just working on it. Thanks for bringing. So, Karthik, I'm just getting a one more question from the audience to just ask to you. Since you are in the tech world, you are guiding many people want to hear from you your suggestion or advice for how to come back from career break.
If someone is currently in a break and they have been in a break for a few years
Mhm.
and they want to restart, the first thing they need to think through is the IT industry is going through a major change, an inflection point where artificial intelligence related technologies are making it very difficult for even those who are employed to stay relevant.
Mhm.
But in every difficulty, there is an opportunity hidden. People who are employed, who are going to work on a daily basis, don't have the time to invest in themselves to keep pace with these changing technologies. If somebody who is on a break can't spare 3, 4 hours a day, which anyway they'll have to spend if they are going to work, they can invest in themselves. There are plenty of free resources. There are entire Harvard, Stanford curriculum available for free in YouTube on artificial intelligence and machine learning. There are very, very low cost, great courses available in Udemy. There are many sites like Udemy. I'm not just promoting Udemy. The For 4.99 you can become, Andre Niyogi's course. There are many great, some courses have become viral in themselves. Like a lot of people take those courses and get certified. So people can invest in themselves these kind of technology courses, cloud courses, AI courses, and then get up to speed. They can invest in a laptop if they can afford a laptop, and start practice. And many of this code development, you can do it online. You don't have to have a really fast and expensive laptop. And you can spend some time practicing. Then you can build small tools, technologies. You can one can also go to look for internshala. There are a lot of opportunities available. Throw yourself out there. In fact, one of the child that I was mentoring, her mother, hearing impaired child, she was in Vishakhapatnam, and her mother came to me and said, "Hey, there are no opportunities in Vishakhapatnam for my daughter, and what's next for her? And this opportunity in Bangalore may work out. What to do? We can't move to Bangalore." We told at that time, this was like 6 years ago or something. We told her, throw her in the fire, put her in a PG, find a PG, make sure it's a safe PG, and then find a way to go to work and come back. And 6 years later, she remembered that comment and she told us, you gave us that courage to throw her in the fire, and now she's so independent. And so I'm so happy to see my own daughter do all of these things, which I thought will never happen. So throw yourself out there if you're taking a break, like maybe taking a free internship. If you go to NASCOM, there are a lot of companies, startups looking for people. Of course, they can't afford to pay much. They can go contribute their time. Talking to people will open up your ideas. Hey, this particular technology is emerging, or we need this help, and then you can come home, spend some time, learn about it, and then slowly over time you will get the breakthrough. And the more we aspire to be, as Brihadaranya Upanishad says, the more you aspire to be someone, the providence just opens up and gives you the opportunity you never expected there. So just be there, throw yourself out there, keep working hard, and you will definitely have these breakthroughs. That's my advice to them.
Awesome. Oh, absolutely fine. And in fact, I also would like to tell the members who's watching, there is a free agentic AI agentic workforce session is happening in our community itself. Today is a opening session is happening. It is with UiPath, partnering with UiPath. In fact, to bring more federal unemployed workers also to make them employable. Already 600 plus members have been registered. It is a 4-day free session is happening, followed by there is a 2 to 3 weeks of a BA developer, whatever they are looking for. You're right, Karthik. Many things are happening, either are free or very low cost. All we have to figure it out, keep opening the door and then looking for that. Things are happening. Thanks for
Just one thing I want to add is, this is where, if the husbands are employed, they can definitely step up. They will see these opportunities first than the women who are probably in their house who are seeking for these openings. They can support their spouse to go and attend these events, and those days they can take the day off, take care of the children, and support her and see that as an investment into their partner. So that will help the family better.
Love you. That's all I can tell you. Love you. Right. Of course. Yeah. These are all the small things that if they think it's an investment, work from home that day, allow her to just make the things change. A small tweak over there. It's a big difference they can see themselves as a family in the future. Thanks for just sharing that. All right. So thanks. We are just coming to the end of the session. Just wanted to prick a little bit about her second innings. Karthik, you know us for quite some time. You know us, what we are just doing. In fact, you are the one of the instrumental person to bring us in Walmart to just bring that, right? So you tell us about it. How do we shape more? What else we can do? You know us better. Tell us about what do you think our second innings for you, and what else we can do in your wisdom.
I don't know if I've thought so much to be able to give you suggestions on what else you can do, but at a high level, I'm truly impressed. And not just now, even like I think we've been knowing each other for 5 years or 6 years. And in even 6 years ago, you had a robust pipeline of talent. You find talent that have high potential, and you also train them through exclusive training partners, and you position them in organization to give them either as an intern or as a fully paid employee. And one thing that we have learned in our experience in the past is, particularly in the world of high churn rates of people leaving the employment, and the people who come through this organization, they value the role, the opportunity more, and they give their heart, blood, sweat, and tears to make a difference in their employment world. So that's a win-win for employers as well as for those individuals and their families. So the service that you do, your organization has been doing for the last, I don't know, 10 years or so, is phenomenal. And truly proud of your work, your team's work, and to be part of this growing community. Thank you, Manjula, for that.
Thank you, Karthik. It means a lot. And again, I keep telling everybody, it's just the idea is what we brought it into the table. But making this idea happen is people like you are holding us. Without any of you, we are not here, because everybody, when we get connected, if they come as a mentor, they stay with us a mentor. They just give a cue to them. You know what this company is hiring? Just go and just talk to them. This is the skill is coming, and I am expert. I would like to bring it over them. So it's a collective effort. What we are just putting it across. It means a lot what you are talking about it. Thank you so much. And Nithya, you are our heroine today. You are inspiring us. So tell us about inspire us. What you want us to carry forward? What is that we can do it, never ever give up? Like Nithya, we wanted to lead our life. Share some few words.
The women who are out there young and to you, I would be strong, never give up, and keep learning. Learning is a lifelong skill to do. And I think to have a networking group where people who have been successful after a career break can meet with people who are looking for a career break. Keep the networking open so that they can pass on the learning to the group who is talking and help them come up. But I think you already know it and you're doing a phenomenal job here. So, tidak akan tinggal ada bangun terpafiman abite taytan got an imposter syndrome. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's a very common thing here about those people who are starting work after a long time. And even now for me, I sometimes go through it. Here it happened, but don't let it deter you. Don't hesitate to seek out help if you don't know anything. It's okay to ask and have a mentor with you. Work with a mentor, get help by on your weaknesses and keep improving on them. The third thing I can think of.
If I may just clarify what she said, a lot of people, when they go back to their work after a break, they develop an imposter syndrome that they are not good enough. 90% of your work is your confidence. So don't doubt, no one should doubt themselves. Their potential is infinite. And just be watchful of that, is what she was calling out.
Yes.
Awesome. Right. Okay, good. Thanks, Karthik. In fact, I really admire her way of just talking. Lifelong keep learning and networking is also is the topic where she is just talking about.
Yes.
And it's okay to ask help if you don't know. So that's another point she
Yes.
just over here, right? So along with the imposter syndrome. So amazing. It's really happy to hear things are coming from you because they are hearing from you. When we can do all those things, we are just making it, and this is the magic where you can bring it. So hope both of you have enjoyed the session today, and looking forward to be in touch, and any help, we are more than happy to be do that, and keep growing, keep inspiring, and keep loving us.
Thank you. We should just,
Thank you for having us today. We appreciate it.
and same to you. You keep growing, doing this fabulous service to the community.
Yes.
And mighty oceans start from little drops of water. So just change the world, Manjula, through your organization.
Thank you so much for both of you being over here, and looking forward to bring you in many more places to inspire everybody.